Coach, through the first, well, not first, I mean, 7-game winning streak, what are you most pleased with week in, week out with your offense and then the things that you're really honing in on this next week?
Yeah, pleased with our kids showing up to work every day ready to go. You know what I mean? We 7-game winning streak. We've had some good, some bad on offense, but they just show up and keep working and don't get complacent. You know, you look at some of our guys that are having a lot of success with Matt and Isaiah and Lance, just to name a few, but they want to get better. They want to get better. They want to get better. So even when they do make plays, they're trying to figure out, all right, how can I make it better? If I'm going against the best player in the country at that position, what would I have to do? You know what I'm saying? So very pleased with that. Our guys are ready to work all the time. They listen, and I think that's just a testament to the culture that's been built here and what we're trying to continue. Honing in, obviously, you know, you keep the passing game is something that is very tough, and all 11 guys got to be on the same page. Not saying the running game's not very tough as well, but just keep trying to improve in that area and understand being consistent with it on every play is very, very key. So we're getting better. We're making huge steps. Just got to keep pushing, and I think a bye week's good because you get to take a breath a little bit. Couldn't happen at a better time for us. And kind of hit the reset button somewhat. Not that this is a week off. We still got to go back to the fundamentals and teach and coach and be locked in, but it gives your body a break. It gives your mind a break a little bit to get away from the game, which I think is very important for college kids. This is the time of year school and all kinds of things start picking up on their end, and tests and final grades, so they've got a lot of things to think about. You know, if they can take their mind off a little bit of football during the bye week and not have to worry about a game necessarily, I think that helps everybody involved.
What were the biggest lessons from Weber that kind of showed up in the last game plan?
Just to keep pressing on, you know what I mean? Don't allow things, you know, a bad series here to affect you later in the game. You know what I'm saying? Learn from your mistakes and just keep moving on. And I think our guys did that. They thought we ran the ball well. 22 is pretty good. When you get them up to the second level, you can make some people miss. And our offensive line did a great job just being physical and not, you know, sometimes you can worry about combinations or worry about certain things that affect you later in the game. And our guys just kept going and trusting it and finally got in a rhythm a little bit there and kept pushing and just trusting coaching, you know what I mean? And not being on their heels, but attacking. Just keep attacking, keep attacking, keep attacking. So it was good to see him do that. You know, started off a little slow, had some things, but you're going to have that in college football. We're not dealing with guys making millions of dollars by any means, so we're still teaching them the game to be consistent. And I think when that bye week's close, your body, your mind starts to be like, okay, we're almost there. So it was good to finish strong, just getting a little bit of a rhythm there second half.
What were you telling your guys in the locker room before that second half? Like, what were you kind of coaching them through?
Just trust the coaching, trust your teammates, and just worry about doing your job and not do too much. You know, I mean, we've got a lot of kids that really want to win, which I love, but sometimes that affects the way they play in a negative manner at times too, right? Just one guy doing his job, 11 guys together, and just keep pressing. We were close, right? I mean, that's how college football is. You get close, sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. And then finally, the second half, we started to hit some things, right? We got mixed it up a little bit, and so I think that was the message mainly. Like, just keep plugging away. We'll get in rhythm here, you know, and that's kind of what we did.
How would you kind of describe your offense's overall ability to put, you know, a bad drive behind them and focus on what's ahead?
Good. Yeah, they do a great job. Yeah, our team, they stick together on the sidelines. No one ever blames anybody. They just want to know what happened, right? You're dealing with some guys that haven't played a lot of college football, so they're still working on the part of communicating to the coaches what they saw and how they saw it, and being able to think at the same time while being aggressive and physical and trying to do what's coached. And I think sometimes you do such a great job of doing exactly what your coach affects you in a negative way. Like, just go play, right? We'll fix it. Play with your instincts, follow your rules, and then we'll fix everything later on. You know, and I think that's what our guys started to do, and just relax. Like, you know, you get a long season, sometimes you get tightened up. Like, you got to go out there Saturday and have fun and let it loose. If you're not having fun and not letting it loose, and you're missing the point of college football. You know what I mean?
What have you thought of your offensive line performance, especially this last week here?
Great job. I mean, I think we ran for, I don't even know how many yards we ran for, a lot, 200 and something. I thought they did a great job. We plugged some guys in, you know, Tui and Cole hadn't been playing, or Tui hadn't been playing tackle, and Cole hadn't been playing a ton. They did a great job. You know what I mean? We communicated. We're still learning every game, which is great. I love when we get different looks so we can coach it, talk about it, even things that maybe we didn't see in practice, but they can take those banked reps from previous in the season and apply them when we do get different looks. So I was pleased with them. Always can be more consistent, but that's why you coach. They're not out there without a coach. But I was pleased with them just firing off the ball and going and keep plugging away because 22 will wear some people down, and he's playing pretty good right now.
I think Cole had rotated in a little bit
Yep.
before, so did that almost feel like it kind of that paid off, keeping him
Oh yeah,
prepared?
yeah. Anytime you get guys game reps, even just from a mental side, right, outside of their physical ability, but just the confidence they have from being in earlier, that paid off huge. You know, and that's a testament to Coach Armstrong and getting those guys reps and trying to see past just that game. And he did a great job coming in and filling in and playing well. Which whenever you have competition at that position, it's good. It makes everybody better. But you know, at O-line, I mean, it's a tough position, right? It's they don't get much glory. They do a lot of the hard work, and 22 gets his picture in the paper when we run the ball well, right? So, but I think, again, like you said, those bank reps previously really helped him, and I was pleased with just their ability to come out and play. You know, what I mean, be physical and fire off the ball.
What is it about Coach Armstrong that sets those guys up for success?
He coaches everybody. You know, he's the veteran in the staff room. He's the old guy per se to some of us young guys, so we make fun of him. I think he's 43, 44. I don't know. He's not that old, but to us, he's old. But he's just a great teacher. You know, he's coached high school. He's been a head coach. I think as an O-line coach, he sees the whole picture, which is huge. And he's not willing to motivate those guys, or excuse me, he is willing to motivate those guys and push them when they need pushed. It's a tough position. Everybody needs pushed in life in some manner. That's why you guys have bosses. That's why I have a boss. That's why there's coaches, right? Sometimes that's why you have a wife, so they can push you to do the right thing. But I think those guys respect him, right? He's had a lot of experiences, and if he's not game planning, he's watching some O-line clinic about something and always learning, which is awesome.
How important is Isaiah to your offense?
He's pretty important. Yeah, he's a good player. Yeah, I've never seen it. It's the weirdest thing. Like, sometimes you get him open the field and he'll get tackled by one guy, and like, okay. Then you'll run him up the middle and there'll be 12 dudes out there. And he makes at least 5 of them miss. It's the most amazing thing. I think he would have been a heck of a wrestler. That's why I tell him all the time. He needs to go to like the WWE after his football career's over, because I think he'd do a great job. I know Casey Bauman's tried to wrestle a couple of times and it didn't go well. Because he's just like, he gets on one leg, you got one arm, and people just can't bring him down. He's great with just in these awkward positions. He's really strong. So very important. I think he's the best back in the league. Most importantly, he comes to work every day and tries to get better. You know, he's got high goals, and we're gonna help him try to achieve those.
After the Weber game, did you make it a point to not overreact to that and just say, hey, we're going to keep throwing him up the middle and he should be able to get some yards?
Yeah, I mean, I think, you know, if you block it right, you get him to the second level, he's going to make some people miss. You know, I mean, we were close in that game. You're going to have games where you're just one guy off here or there, but again, he's a guy that you just got to do what you do on offense and make them stop you, because if ultimately Steph Curry's not going to go in a game, okay, I'm not going to shoot any three-pointers this game. They're really covering the three-point line. He's going to figure out how to get his three-pointers up, you know what I mean? And same thing with us. We got to find a way to get 22 the ball in every game and allow him to give him a chance to run downhill and make people miss, because he's pretty tough.
What is it like coaching someone like that who's kind of been there, done that, is dependable? Do you almost just kind of let him do his own thing, or do you still try to kind of teach him further things that can
teach him further things, yeah. No, you don't. None of the guys on our team are probably in college football. If they were good enough, they wouldn't be here. They'd already be in the NFL. So you're always trying to further his education, teach him who's blocking who. Okay, in this front, and where these linebackers are aligned, who's got who. So when he comes off on the side, you say, okay, this is what I saw, right? He's always reading his keys of being consistent with that. And obviously, including the blocking and the passing game. You know, we don't have a single guy on this team and that doesn't need coached or further educate himself on the game of football, because it's ever ending, right? From numbers and angles and what you're trying to read on every play, there's always something